Hey everybody, KMO here with another Out of My Head video, and today, in response to a comment from a listener, this is on a previous video where I mentioned that I'm paying more money than it's worth to me really to continue to have access to the Adobe suite of programs, primarily from where I'm concerned, Adobe Audition, Adobe Photoshop, and Adobe Premiere. I don't use Illustrator. I've never really mastered or even gotten competent with After Effects. I won't miss them. But I will miss Photoshop. But you know what? I already miss Photoshop because the Photoshop that I liked best, it was from 15 years ago. And all the things that I like to do in it, all the tools that I use most often, all the functionality that I use most often is all now buried under other stuff. And, you know, seemingly there's no point in trying to go and find those old tools and get them back on the main tool palette because Adobe's just going to go and scramble the whole thing again. They've done it repeatedly to me. So that and this comment that rationalizing continuing to pay for this software package each month when it's kind of annoying to me makes me sound like a junkie rationalizing their failure to get clean. So today I signed into Adobe Creative Cloud. Only had to change my my password twice today. Thanks Adobe for never letting me use an old password again. And I said, you know what, guys, I'm over it. I'm done. And they said, oh, why are you going? And I said, it costs too much. And they said, if that's the reason, have 2 months on us. Stick around, think about it. Take a little time to cool down. Don't be hasty. Here's 60 days on us, because what's it cost them, So I accepted their 60-day offer, but at the same time, I've also been looking around. I've got a new audio editing program that I'm going to try out when the very next episode of the C-Realm Vault podcast, not the one I'm editing today, but the one after that. And I also stopped by the TV station on my way back from the gym, and I talked to Alex. And this is what he had to say about the audio, not audio, actually it is audio, but it's audio and video editing program that is their new darling down at the TV station.
Yeah, Adobe is pretty buggy, and we use it here at Fact TV, but it bugs out on us, so we got rid of that for a lot of things that we do.
And you use Adobe, not Adobe, I have to get rid of that verbal tick.
Yeah.
Davinci Resolve.
Yeah, I recommend Davinci Resolve because it has a lot of the features. I mean, it has everything that you need in one, instead of having a bunch of different programs that you have to open up. It has all the same features as Adobe, very similar, all in one tab, so you don't have to open up another application or use dynamic link, or and so on and so forth. It's definitely a learning curve. Their Fusion is different from After Effects, but if you're willing to learn that, and Fairlight is a pretty good audio editor that you can use. So it's free, and it's less buggy, and it runs more consistently on many different systems. It's the problem with Premiere. I mean, Premiere, we have many different operating systems, and it seems in many different computer configurations, and it may run well on one computer, but on another computer it runs horribly, or it can't even. As a video editor, I haven't most of our computers, and they're pretty beefed up. Premiere Pro can't even seem to play video without stuttering. So why am I going to pay that amount of money when you can't do the simplest task? You can have all these features. The simplest thing is to play smooth video. That's it.
Yep.
And if I meet the specs, I should still be able to play smooth video, which Adobe does not do.
All right, so Davinci Resolve. I was told to get version 15, not 16. But yeah, I'm going to download that. I'm going to start working through some tutorials. And goodbye, Adobe. Your products are just overpriced and frustrating to try to keep current with, even though, like Photoshop, I've been using for over 20 years. I shouldn't have to learn it anew every time you decide to scramble the interface. All right, that is all. Stay well, everybody. Talk to you tomorrow.